Sometimes we work for days or even weeks on a band in a box arrangement and it simply doesn't work. What do I suggest when that happens? Well, I suggest that you take that arrangement and throw it in the trash and move on. Recently I've been working on a song that I wrote called Learn. My wife and I sat down with a nylon string guitar and just did a rough version of the song and added a couple of harmonies. It turns out that no matter what I do in Band in a Box, nothing compares to that original recording. And so I'm just going to keep that and give up on it in Band in a Box. And sometimes you just have to do that. So today we'll have a little bit of a listen to that rough recording that turned out to be a gem, and then we'll move on to the next project, another one of my original songs called Somewhere It Is Dawn, and we'll look at how I master my recordings. Let's get to work. Hi guys, welcome back to Band in a Box Revealed. Okay, before we take a listen to look at my new song, Somewhere It Is Dawn, let's talk about the song that I've been working on in the last 2 episodes of this channel, which is a song called Learn. So in order for us to do that, let's go across here and open up the song. So after all my efforts in Band in a Box, which really came to nothing, let's move the mic a little closer, nothing that I could really work with, nothing that really made me feel as good as this initial recording where I sat down with my wife with a nylon string guitar of all things and just played. So let's have a bit of a listen to a little bit of this, and I'll also put a link to this song in the description below.
Could you but learn when you doubt my love, my heart burns? Would you love me deeply as truly in return? Could you learn if you but knew how my days are filled with dreams of you?
Okay, so that's just a bit of a sample of what we achieved. There's a little bit of hiss going on there because it was really, I just had a wanted to make a rough recording just to map the song out a little bit. And that hiss can be removed, and I'll have a look at that at another time. But let's keep going with Band in a Box. So let's come down here. We're moving on to my new song, Somewhere It Is Dawn. I've already actually recorded the song, and today I intend to show you how I'm going to master that song. I like to do most of my mixing here in Band in a Box. So setting all the volume levels, setting the panning and the reverbs and the EQs. Sometimes I'll then move it across to a DAW to do some more fine tuning, and that DAW could be Reaper, or sometimes I even just use Audacity because I find Audacity incredibly user-friendly, very simple program to use. So anyway, I've pretty much got this sounding how I want it to sound. Let's have a quick bit of a listen. Alright, so that's to me that's got a really good groove for the song. I've already laid down the vocals, and we'll have a little bit of a listen to that in a few minutes. But until then, so how do I get this mix to where, well, what I do from this point is I use my R8 for my vocals because I love the tactile feel of using real physical buttons rather than sweeping a mouse across a screen while I'm trying to perfect each line, each vocal line of a song. So I've already recorded my vocals and mixed this song down to a stereo wave. So let's go and find that wave now. And before we do that, let's open up the app that I'm going to be using to demonstrate this. It's an app called Moises. Moises. I suppose it's a play on the word noises. I'm not sure. But in here we have, it's an incredible app actually. What you can do is throw in a song that's already complete. You can remove the vocals from it, separate it into its various components and remix it using AI. Obviously it's never going to be as efficient as really having the stems and being able to do that. But we're going to be using the mastering program here. And let me just delete this here. Delete that from the library for now. Yep, delete song. And here we are. We're going to add the mix of this song. So let's go and find that. Okay, somewhere it is dawn. So let's grab this and we'll throw it into, or drag and drop it into Moises. And then it is going to come down here behind my head. There's a button that says sort of submit. So I'm going to submit that. So we're going to drag and drop a song in here to use as a reference track. Now that track could be of a famous artist that you enjoy listening and there's a certain sound that you're looking for. And basically what the reference track will do is sort of set the parameters of the mastering for your own track. So I'm going to use my own tracks because I have a couple of tracks here that I'm really happy how they turned out. This one in particular, let's go and find one. Top, we'll go into the folder of desktop. Let's come down here and look for the song. Rest Me in Your Arms. Here we go. That's the wave. Throw that in there as the reference track. And we'll come down here and again press the button that's unfortunately behind the picture of me. It's submit. So that's now uploading and you can see it does it super fast. Now what it's going to do is it's queued the song. So that's just in a queue to be mastered, and it does take a couple of minutes to get the song done. Now this indicates that it is now currently mastering the song, and because my song is about 2.5 minutes long, it may take up to that amount of time to actually do the job. So let's skip ahead. Okay, so that is done. Let's click on it and have a listen to the results. Now the results may vary. Sometimes it just doesn't work out and you need to choose a different reference track and experiment somewhat. So, oops, here we go. I'll click on that. Now what it does is present me, this is the mastered wave. Let's have a look at the original wave. So quite a difference in volume. It's one of the reasons I tend not to use a lot of compression in my recordings because I know that the mastering process will actually do quite a lot of compression itself. So let's have a listen and change between the original version and the mastered version. There will definitely be a volume difference. Okay, obviously this is a version that I've put in here without any vocals on it. That's fine. I think this has demonstrated well enough what the process is. Now, I wouldn't necessarily settle for this. Obviously, I need to do it with a version that has my vocals on it. And I'm not sure that I really like the outcome. It's certainly louder and probably got a little bit more space in it, but it's also a bit sort of jangly for my liking, whereas the original did have some warmth in it that it seems to have lost now. So let's, I'll show you again what I mean there. So basically I would repeat the process using a different reference track and also using the correct wave that has my vocal on it. I'll have the finished product in the description below, and you can listen to it with the full vocal and see what sort of mastering that I ended up with. The link below will take you to my Reverb Nation channels where you can listen to not only this song but a number of other songs that I've created in Band in a Box, and some that I've created the old-fashioned way, just using instruments and blood, sweat and tears. Okay, now a little bit more about the Moises program here, the mastering software. It's not just for mastering. As I said before, it has several things going on. You can use it for free for a certain amount of tracks to master. However, I use it so often that I use the paid version. It's quite inexpensive, at about $10 US per month. I just get great value out of it. I think it's a fabulous program. They're also extending into AI voices. So if I wanted to replace my voice with an AI voice, that hasn't really appealed to me at this stage, although that might be fun to have a bit of a play with at some stage. And again, track separation. If you wanted to remove your vocal from a track at the last minute because you're going to perform the song somewhere and you just need the backing track, that could come in very handy because it does a fair job. Okay, given all that is the case, actually, let's just go to my Reverb Nation and have a quick listen to a bit of the finished product. So we'll come down here, somewhere it is dawn. Let's have a bit of a play.
Slower. You recognize the face, but you don't know her. They say that it's red tape, but it's steel cable. It keeps the starving masses from the table. The sun is setting somewhere it is dawn. Somewhere something's wrong.
Okay, that's enough of that sample. So if you'd like to hear the whole song, it actually it makes a number of quite sad statements about the world, but ends with a great message of hope. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you'll take the time to possibly go and have a listen to the whole song. All right, that being said, that's how I master my works out of Band in a Box once they are completed. Next time I'll be back into some Band in a Box workflow, and let's start a song together and let's face some challenges together. Okay, thanks for watching, and bye for now.